You know, I don't know how many decorative pillows I have purchased over the years, but I'm sure it's a number I wouldn't really want to know. Mainly because I've just figured out that if I had purchased pillow forms and made all my own pillow covers, I could have saved a lot of money and had the exact pillow I wanted. So I'm here to tell you, stop buying new pillows. Purchase the size pillow form you need and cover them. It's so easy you'll be kicking yourself for not thinking of it earlier. I know I am. But before we start, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the pretty pillow cover that we're going to be making today. The black and white print is fun, and I love the addition of the white fringe. Now, I don't want you to shy away from doing embellishments like this. It takes just like one more easy step to give your pillow cover a little pizzazz. Now, a button monogram like this is kind of fun. You can do it. It gives you sort of a one-of-a-kind personalized edition. You can put this on a bed, or might even be fun for a dorm room. Send it with your kids. If you think on a little bit grander scale, this is huge. This is a Euro pillow sham. But the point I want to make about this is made just the same way the pillow cover is that I'm going to show you today, but you make it about 2 to 2.5 inches larger all the way around, so you can create this flanged edge that you just sew in when you're down. It's kind of a neat design. All right, so let's get started. What you're going to need, of course, is the fabric of your choice, and we have this lovely black and white. Add some embellishments if you like. Again, don't be afraid about this. I want you to have a piece of paper and a pencil around. You're going to need a fabric measuring tape. Of course, your pins, scissors, whatever you use to cut with. I like to have my iron and ironing board kind of set up as well. Your pillow form, and of course your sewing machine. Now let's talk a little bit about measuring this pillow. That's where you begin. Get your pillow form out and your fabric measuring tape. And I start by doing the width. Just hold your tape where the seam is on each side. Pull it a little tight. Mine's at about 16 inches. You can see on my paper here I've marked my width at 16 inches. Now I need to add for the seams on either side. 5/8 plus 5/8. I end up with 17¼ inches to cut. Now I go around the pillow. How much fabric are we going to need to cover this thing? All the way around. And on mine, I come up with 25 inches that I need. So 25 inches, again on the paper. I love to mark the stuff down. 1-inch hem plus another 1-inch hem, and I'll show you those. Then we're going to be overlapping the fabric, like you see on the back of this one. Here's how we get the pillow form in and out, so we need this overlap. And I come up with 29½ inches, so my cut size, 17¼ by 29½ inches. Now, once you have your fabric cut out, let's lay it out flat here. What we're going, this is we have our length here, and then this is where our overlap is going to be. We want to sew in the side seams. I like to use my iron. I get it out. Of course, this is not hot. I'm just demonstrating for you. As you can see, I've already folded over that 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch that we talked about, those 1-inch hems, and ironed it with the iron. Get the iron as hot as your fabric will stand, and then press along here. And often, I almost think I don't even need to use pins because it holds it in place so well. Once you have both ends done, take it over here to the sewing machine. And you may have seen I already have one of those hems sewn in. Let's get this one sewn in. I'm going to mention too, if you do use pins, take them out before the needle goes over them. Pull them out as the needle approaches so that you don't hurt your needle or your sewing machine. Now this is a nice quiet sewing machine. It's going along very neatly. I am using a white thread because it looks great with my fabric, of course. It's kind of an all-purpose polyester because it has a lot of strength, which is very good. But there are all kinds of fabulous threads out there to choose from in colors and metallics. Get out there and take a look at the threads. They really are a lot of fun. I'll finish this up then. Very simple. Actually, when something like this, when I'm working on something like this, I'm going to sew over it. I don't even worry about putting in, some back stitching. Doesn't matter. We're going to cover it anyway. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to fold this. Put the fabric on the table so that the pretty side is facing you, and create your overlap. And really we want that to be right in the middle if we can. And remember I said 2.5 inches, so get your measuring tape out. See how we're doing. Oh, I have way too much here. I'm about 3.25. Pull it out a little bit. 2.5. I'm getting closer. And remember, you have another way to check it too. With this having to be, I think we said 25, so we know 12.5 is half of it. You can also sort of measure your width. Okay, very good. I'm at 12.5, so my 2.5 is probably pretty good in here. Before I actually pin it down, I'm going to put a pin right here at this end, like right through my finger. That was nice. And one at this point too. Then I don't have to keep measuring it. I know that's where the fold needs to be. Now, what we need to think about, are you going to embellish it? Are you going to add something fun like the fringe? Well, I sure hope so. Here's how to do it. Open this up, now that we know where our edges are at. Lay your fringe inside. Now remember, you want the the fringy loose part to go to the inside of the pillow. Where's my scissors? Here we go. Line it up with the very end, up along just the edge of the fabric, and we're going to pin it in place here. When we're done, this is going to be so pretty. I'm going to show you a fun way to pull the thread out of the edge. Don't take the thread out of here right now because it's holding all that fringe in place. Get that pinned, and then we'll cut it off right where our fold is going to be. Ah, look at all this extra fringe. We can make lots more pillows. All right, get back into the fold again. This is where you would probably just do a double check. Do I still have my 12.5? I do. All right, a couple more pins in. We're going to stitch up this hem. All right, let's see how we do. And with your flanged edge pillows and all, you would get the pillow closed just the way we're going to do this. And then once you turn it right side out, that's when you're going to pin in your, or sew in your flange. Okay, we'll do this quick. Remember, like I said, if you do have pins in, whip it out if you can before the needle goes over it. I've lost so many needles by having them run into pins. Backwards action. Take it out. Okay, now we will remove our pins. Any that are left, I had a couple there at the start in my corners. Now before we turn, obviously, I won't do the other side right now, but I want to show you here. Once you add your fringe, stitch this side on. Right at the edges here, we're going to cut the corners because this will end up being bulky. Cut that little edge off like that. Then open your piece up. Pull that fringe out. Then here's where you want to grab those little threads that are holding the fringe together and swing. Pull it out, play with it a little. It's a good idea afterwards then to come along and iron this down. Put your pillow form into the pillow, and you have a wonderful pillow that is perfect for sofas, beds, benches, just about any place in your home. But don't tell Matt, okay? Because we all know how Matt feels about pillows.
For instructions for today's projects, plus great decorating ideas and do-it-yourself home projects, plus recipes, kids crafts, sewing projects, and more. Everything for around your house. Visit us on the web at mattandsherry.com. Today's show is number 104. A complete DVD set of all 13 episodes of Series 100 of Around the House with Matt and Sherry is available for $49.99 plus $6 shipping and handling. You can bring Sherry and Matt into your home to help you with your decorating and home projects. Visit mattandsherry.com to order.